Hi there, students. A blip. I guess you can also use it as a verb to blip, but it's nearly always a noun, a countable noun. Okay, firstly, a blip is a small dot registered on some piece of electronics like a radar screen or an oscilloscope. I think particularly common in radar. So you have a radar screen and suddenly a blip, a dot of light appears. And that's a blip. A blip could also be just a small short sound. Let's see, you probably know the word beep, beep, beep. Well, beep is much bigger and longer. It could also be bleep, 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 and then blip, 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 shorter and less loud, okay? So a blip is like a little bleep or a little beep. Then we also use this metaphorically like this to talk about a temporary change that doesn't really mean anything. So there was a blip in the statistics. Maybe you've got a graph, but you're saying this is just an unusual circumstance, but it's not really important. It doesn't make any difference. So yeah, the enormous increase in sales last week was just a blip because generally sales are not very good. So it's something that's it's out of the ordinary, but it's temporary, and it's not doesn't have any real significance. Okay, an unexpected or unusual condition that is usually temporary. Yeah. Um, this his behavior last week was just a blip because he's normally very well behaved, but I think something went wrong. It's just a blip, a sudden change or a short period in which something gets worse before going back to normal. When the first cases of COVID appeared, I think everybody hoped it was just a blip, but it wasn't. It was much more serious than that. Okay, so a blip, something relatively small or inconsequential within a much larger context. Um, yeah, that the fact that this area votes in a different way to all of the areas round it is just a blip. It's just one special thing about this area, and it doesn't really mean anything. Um, the mistake the footballer made was just a blip because he's normally really, really, really good, and it's not his normal way of doing things. So, a blip, a spot on a screen, particularly a radar, which suddenly appears. A high-pitched sound, blip, blip, normally quite short. A sudden upward or downward movement on a graph, but it doesn't last for very long. And then a temporary insignificant phenomena, yeah, particularly a short departure from the what is normal. Um, this student always gets really good marks in his exams, but he failed one last week, but I think that was just a blip. Yeah, it was unusual. Maybe he was feeling sick or something. Yeah, this problem is just a blip. It's just a tiny little problem that's not normal. It's a minor aberration or deviation. Okay, and then maybe to blip. I think maybe on a screen the blip was blipping on and off. You could probably use it like that. So now you're going to come to the question of formality. I think a blip, I think I would give it 4.5 in formality. It's on the more informal side. Definitely use it in an informal conversation. I think you could use it in a semi-formal writing, but I wouldn't use it in something very formal. Um, what would I use in something more formal? A minor aberration, an unimportant deviation, something unexpected. And then the origin, well, this is onomatopoeia. It's onomatopoeic. Blip, blip, blip. Okay, and so this blip is a short sudden change, and that from there we get all the metaphorical meanings as well. So there you go, Blip. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Blip.